believe your scalp is just as important, even more important than taking care of your hair, because
it's a good day, it's a good day, it's a good day. Wake up full of purpose, fully blessed. Lights, camera, action, it's my time now. Gotta find peace somewhere.
Hey, what's up everyone? It is Tyiece here. So today I will be talking about scalp care, how to take care of your scalp so that you can have the healthiest growth rate as possible. So I'm always talking about hair care, how to take care of the length of your hair, but I believe your scalp is just as important, even more important than taking care of your hair, because you want to have healthy follicles. So the follicles are where the hair grows from, and that determines how healthy your hair grows. It also determines your growth rate. So the better condition your scalp and follicles are in, the highest potential of growth rate that you will experience based on your unique genetics. So let's get into scalp care. So one of the most common issues of the scalp is having too much buildup on the scalp. So you always want to make sure that your scalp is clean but not overly clean. So there should be a balance. So when it comes to cleaning your scalp, the best types of cleansers to use on your scalp is a sulfate-free shampoo. So this shampoo is much more gentler, it won't strip your scalp, and it isn't filled with a lot of unnecessary chemicals that can really dry out the scalp. So that should be your main priority. So shampooing your scalp is so important, but you also don't want to shampoo your scalp too much, because that can also lead to your hair drying out. So a lot of times we experience an itchy, a dry scalp, and it can be from both washing your hair too little or washing your hair too frequently. So make sure that you have a healthy balance. So I would definitely recommend to wash your hair at least once a week, twice a week, the max. So once or twice a week is great to not dry out your scalp, but also make sure that it is clean as well. So the reason I went natural over 2 years ago was because I was having scalp issues from using the relaxer on my hair for so many years. So it started to affect my scalp to the point where my scalp was not having it. So shampoos are not the only thing you should look out for when you want to keep your scalp healthy. You should also avoid chemicals. So chemicals such as relaxers and dyes on your scalp is a no-no. So if you do use these chemicals on your hair, make sure that you are basing your scalp with a heavy grease or Vaseline or some sort of heavy petroleum, so that you can make sure that your scalp is protected. So that was my mistake that I made, but I'm happy I went natural. And also avoid drying alcohols that can also dry out your scalp. So pay attention to the ingredients in your products. So alcohol such as isopropyl alcohol, ethanol alcohol, not all alcohols are drying, but you know, the ones that are drying you should avoid at all costs. So another common mistake a lot of people make with their scalp is using pore clogging ingredients. So grease is a no-no. If you are still using grease on your scalp and you are experiencing scalp issues, that could be a big factor and cause in it, because grease is just made up of petroleum and mineral oil, and these ingredients just sit on top of the hair follicles and clog it up. You know, you're clogging up your natural oils. You're not allowing your follicles to breathe, you know, so it's basically suffocating. And when it suffocates, you experience a lot of scalp issues such as dandruff and psoriasis and so many other scalp issues such as itchiness. All of that can lead to that. So instead of using grease on your scalp, use herbal oils. I switched to herbal oils since I started my hair journey, and I have never looked back to grease. So herbal, natural, organic oils are going to actually penetrate your scalp and your follicles, and it is actually going to add nourishment. So these oils are made with vitamins, they're made with herbs that actually has benefits to the scalp. So the scalp is the extension of the skin. So, you know, think about what vitamins and oils can do to your skin and treat your scalp like that. There is a big difference between grease and natural oils. So look into switching over your oils, and it's best to use organic, unrefined, cold pressed oils to get the most nourishment from your products. So if you are using natural oils on your scalp, make sure that you are using some sort of essential oils. These are the best, but your essential oil should be mixed with a carrier oil. Don't just use it potent, because it can cause irritation. So some of the greatest essential oils for your scalp will be the stimulating ones, such as peppermint, tea tree, eucalyptus, lavender. You want to go for those types of essential oils when it comes to your scalp health. So another thing that can affect your scalp is how you shampoo your scalp and how you manipulate your scalp. So I know a lot of you guys wait a long time to wash your hair, and you just want to dig in there with your fingernails, and I remember those days. It feels so good, but no, do not use your fingernails on your scalp. Instead, you should always use your finger pads. Use this when you are shampooing. So it should look like this instead of this. This is a no. So scratching your scalp can cause irritation on your scalp. It can tear at it, and that just leaves it prone to all kinds of conditions and stuff coming up. So you also want to make sure that you are hosting a healthy microbiome on your scalp. So your scalp is made up of living organisms, yes. So when it also comes to scalp health, you don't want to set off the good and bad bacteria balance on your scalp. So this is known as the scalp's microbiome. And when you set off this balance, you allow the bad bacteria to take over. And this is where a lot of scalp issues also arise, when there is a lack of balance. And this happens when you wash your hair too frequently. So like I said, do not over shampoo your scalp every single day, because that can lead to a lot of dry scalp issues and itchiness. And it isn't just the scalp's microbiome that is affected, it is also your sebum production level. So your sebum is your natural oils, and these natural oils is what your scalp produces to keep it moisturized. So we don't really need to put anything on our scalp, because our scalp already does that. That's why washing your hair too frequently is not the best for your scalp, because it just sets everything off balance, and that's where a lot of issues come from. So if you are still experiencing a dry, itchy scalp, even though you are using herbal oils, you're not washing your hair as much, I would definitely recommend you to up your omega-3 intake. So you can take it as a pill, they sell it in the store as a supplement, or you can just increase your fish intake and look for more fatty fish such as mackerel and salmon. Those are loaded with omega-3, and it is very great for assisting your scalp in producing more natural oils. Lastly, I would recommend to exfoliate your scalp. Just like you exfoliate your skin to remove dead skin and to reveal that nice glow and the fresh new skin, that is the same thing happening on your scalp. So we do shed dead skin on our scalp, and sometimes the dead skin can build up, and that is where an exfoliator comes in handy. So they do have scalp scrub that is made of sea salt, or you can just make your own by mixing a little bit of sea salt or sugar into your shampoo with some oils and just rub it directly on your scalp just to exfoliate and remove all of the dead skin. And make sure after you exfoliate to follow up with a herbal oil. That's the best. That's what I would definitely recommend. So when it comes to conditioners, you want to avoid putting any other product on your scalp. You should keep your scalp free of conditioners and moisturizers. That is not where your product should go. So sometimes you can't help it, especially when you want to deep condition really close to your roots, but you want your scalp to be able to breathe as much as possible. You want those natural oils to be able to come up and, you know, do their job, keep your scalp moisturized and provide it with that nice lubrication and barrier on the scalp. So keep all products away from your scalp except for shampoo and a nice light herbal oil. I won't recommend to oil your scalp immediately after you wash it. You always want to make sure that your natural oils come up first. So I always like to wait at least 2 days to oil my scalp. I learned this from my mom, by the way, because she went to cosmetology school. She's a hairstylist. So she used to always say this growing up: oh, don't grease your scalp. You know, wait till you let your natural oils come up first. And, you know, it makes sense, because if you just applying the oil on top of your clean scalp, then you don't give your natural oils time to come up. And a lot of times, to be honest, your natural oils is all you need. You don't really need other oils. I use it because I just love to nourish and know that my scalp is receiving nourishment and vitamins. I just like to be extra and just go the extra mile when it comes to my hair journey. But your natural sebum has everything your scalp needs to be healthy. So don't be pressured feeling like you have to put all these stuff on your scalp. So if you find that you are experiencing a lot of scalp issues, then keep your scalp clean and keep every other product away from your scalp. Your natural oils is all you really need, if I'm being honest here. So I am so happy to share this information with you guys so that you can take better care of your scalp, because it is where your hair grows from, and a healthy scalp produces a healthy hair growth rate, and you are able to have the beautiful hair that you have now because you are taking care of your scalp. So if you have any other questions about scalp health, leave them down below. And I hope that you found this video helpful. Give me a rating and subscribe for weekly hair videos. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.
It's a good day. You gotta find peace today. Get out your own way. Mind over matter. Matter of fact, you gotta treasure what's inside of you.